All right, bye, Dad. Good evening, everybody. All right, today's sunset, 9:01 p.m., 8:01 p.m. on Standard Time, and sunrise today, 5:34 a.m., 4:34 a.m. on Standard Time. But having my account taken down, I don't want some of my nonsense against me. Timer, what he have though. So I have a StreamYard link. So I think temporarily our walking stream is going to be Sunday nights because there have been a lot of football games up there. And for at least the duration, or at least a little while, we may be we may have to change the schedule just a little bit because a lot of heck, if there is any playoff games, they are playing games at home. We may have to potentially have some occasions where we'll have to do it on a Saturday or Sunday, depending on the circumstance. Which shouldn't be a really big issue tonight, because there's no games tonight. And then they're not playing tonight, so it should be okay, stream. But if it comes to the playoffs, that could be a very big challenge too. We could have to have some weeks where we may have to not stream, we may have to stream Sunday. We would probably have to stream Sundays every so often. We'll stream on Sunday. And we just can't, the weather is really bad. But I think eventually what we may have to do is, so eventually I may have to watch again. I was kind of talking about that. It has been a good year, at least for other reasons, but in terms of my hitters, we hadn't really had really a school year whatsoever. Sadly, not just reality. It hasn't been really, and almost non-existent. If he has simply no quality of life, period. I mean, what can happen to him? What can happen to someone? And that's what I think. Because I have been pretty those sports in the past. But any person can find them to be in a lot of trouble. Yeah, I get a report file. It can. I'm saying, sending a message here. If you're gonna ruin it on like time period, especially if I'm having to go to school next day, I'm not really doing that anymore. Or I don't think I'm doing any of my camps anymore. I think we could have to say this. Given my parents are paying for it this year. I think, to be very honest, it's time to consider everything. Maybe it's probably time to move on. To move on. I think we really showed really showed it last summer. But I really did show that I was just done with dealing with done with this done with last year, and we really showed it a little bit in 2022, but majorly I was just really just not recognizing that a lot of my friends aren't going anymore, and most of them are moving on. I think the clear consensus is, I think with this stage, it's probably respect consensus, and this was likely not an easy thing I wanted to make, or even wanted to make. I almost did not want to make this decision lightly or seriously in my mind. It was not a decision I wanted to make, or seriously wanted to make that choice. I would go if Rika with me, director, but in my opinion, I just don't think July and August is really gonna happen. So I think the best part for this year, other than my walks I do here, other than the walks I do here, we might start going daily, and we'll start going daily for the summer. It may, I don't know, with the air being so moist, you may want to be very honest. You notice that the air is a little bit more moist. It's already getting hot right now, but I think over the next couple of days, especially Friday, especially through most of this week, and once the things potentially return to average, to about average, I say later in the week. I say like more like later on in the week. It might be tilting the odds toward, if this summer going to be as hot as what we saw last year, as last year. Hopefully the summer won't be quite as, will be maybe a little bit similar last year, but possibly a little bit hotter than what we saw last year. This was actually our first relatively cold summer that we've had in quite a while. This is the coldest summer we've last year was actually the coldest summer we've had in roughly 4 years. Or 8 years actually. Roughly 8 years. And we had that 8 years in a row where I think for the first time, I think this is going to be the case for probably the rest of the summer, or possibly the rest of the year once we get past June. You need to recognize that once we get into the playoffs, particularly, we may have to kind of aim for games. So, but I'd say data warning. I just got my data warning. So right, uh, I do need to recognize that it resets my gigabytes. So my gigs reset. I might want to plan for the possibility that if the weather gets way too hot, and I don't know how hot this weather can start to get July, what the heat can start to look like in July and August, but I think this summer is going to probably be a lot similar to last year, except we don't have the El Nino, except that this year we don't have an El Nino and or La Nina. It can go either way. It means it can go either way, or either cold, or we can either have a warm summer. This is the first summer we've had in quite a long time. I'm saying it's a winter in our area in a decade. For the winter, so if this winter, say 2024-25, starts today, could be your coldest winter we've seen in this area in about 8 years, in a decade. You have to go back to like 2014, 2015, the the last time we had a winter cold. One of the coldest winters we've seen. Could be one of our coldest winters we've seen in this area in quite a long time. But you need to be very honest that next weekend is also a football weekend. And I think from the 29th of June, I have to keep an eye on what the playoffs are going to start to shape out. If the Dolphins really don't make the playoffs this year, we could be in a good position. We could be in a very good spot to start doing more walks up here in the evenings. But there's no guarantee. This could be the last month we have to do walking here. This is. Actually, don't know if I'm going to be. This could be my last board meeting. I don't know if I will be able to. That's MJ. Let me see if she's around. I'm going to see if she's around. Yeah. Oh, that. Somebody else is in there. Oh, I'm not going to disturb her right now. I'm not going to. I mean, I'm just not going to disturb her right now. Somebody else is there in there. And if Mr. MJ wants to have a talk, I think I'm not going to disturb her right now. I think MJ is there, but probably there's somebody else in the office, so I'm not going to disturb her right now. So I'm just going to start my laps around here. And really, I got all this week, so if there are nights where we're not going to the store, I might be up here and we'll talk to Steve for a while. But actually, I mean, keep that in mind that, yeah, Monday night, I actually have a board meeting, so I don't think I will be able to make it up here until potentially if we don't have to go to the store, I might be up here later on. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday are work days. And Friday, we're actually off. So, for our inventory, so we're off work for the day. We actually have a really long weekend. And we actually have a long weekend. So I have a pretty much a long weekend from solstice to the 24th. From solstice to the 24th of June to about the 24th and back to work on the 25th and I'm done for the academic year. Back to the 25th and I'm done. And I don't know if this is like really going to be it because if I am considering keeping we are going all 8 a.m. to 1 for pretty much the rest of the year. Because it might be mornings, but I don't know if he's actually going to mandate that we all be on the same. I would probably say mandate, not all, some. I'm wondering what kind of hours could be if we can actually flex everybody to be at that 8 a.m. start to have an early. Would everyone be fine to have an early start? People like neutral, people, but right now, kind of. As it has been the case all semester, one of the only students in the class that we were actually really lucky that we were able to get them we were able to work hours in the day. Because most of my friends do not have that option open. We tried talking maybe open about that too, and we even tried seeing Harsh Shield would even benefit of an early start too. But I think next year, how if the 11 if we could expand if maybe the hour could be back a bit, could be pushed back a bit. Meaning next year, instead of going 9 to 5, I should say 8 a.m. to 4. 8 to 4. So at least we could be within the STS time. That means we can have everyone. That means we'll have everyone. Yeah, I wanted to align it basically based on the bell time schedule that we have currently. Currently 9:30, 3:30 a.m. to a.m. So we pretty much most of it is inside of the DSTS grade since we have an hour. It's a similar schedule to this year, 11 to 4. This year, 11 a.m. to 4. And it was very similar to this academic year. Like last year, especially, but we were like an hour off. So it was just like an hour off earlier than we were here. So I'm not gonna serve it right now. MJ might be really busy right now, so I might wanna. And that might be the supervisor. I don't know. And that might be I might be the supervisor. I don't know. And that could be her, or that could be. And that might be our supervisor. So I know he wants to be served right now. And if you have somebody else in the room, I think I need to possibly leave him to do their stuff. Because he's busy. And I might want to have to make sure I plan when I'm doing my walks, because when I should be doing these walks is if I ever come up here Friday afternoon, not visit anybody, and just go and say hi to Steve, and just come in and chill with Steve for the next couple until things started, and I'll come back 6:30. And I'll come back later in the evening. And I'll come back later on in the evening. So I'm gonna be home all day, virtually for Friday. We won't be going into work. So that actually gives us a 4-day weekend or 3-day weekend from the solstice to 23rd, and then 21st, 22nd, 23rd will not be work. Will be technically a weekend, so we actually have a pretty long weekend this week. So I will be up here. Yeah, I think the best time if I want to talk to you guys on Friday might be at 2 p.m. Might be at the beginning of the shift, because the football program, I'm gonna have to check the schedule for Friday, but I'll have to check the schedule for Friday. But if Friday there's a bulk of the football permits here, I think I might have to potentially come earlier. I might have to come earlier if I want to talk to you. So I think be careful. If the permit comes in, I probably would have to maybe leave the property the next weekend if the football permit is here. And since it probably now will, I probably might not be able to come into the building. So, or I might have to probably not stay here during the evenings or the usual evening time. I think I have to come home. I think I will have to go home. We don't have this thing. I think taking this into account, it's gonna get really hot for the next couple of days. And then we'll cool off again next weekend. But we might be able, and there is a real chance that we might be able to do a walk up here. And I think we'll still be able to see if we can do a walk up here. And there is still a possibility that it might. But I think we must recognize that I know the schedule change right now may not be easy for a lot of people, but I have to probably do it because I have to do it for YouTube reasons. Or technically, I need to comply with YouTube's policies here, especially on copyright. Because copyright issues, I can't play a song, especially for more than a couple of minutes. So I get a strike. I just get in trouble with YouTube, and I might not be able to do videos anymore on YouTube. And I don't want to wind up getting banned, especially after what we saw especially what happened a couple years ago. I don't want to serve MJ right now, especially if there's somebody else in there. It could be the supervisor. It could actually be our supervisor. Or I don't know if it's the supervisor or what. I don't think I want to be in the building. If there's somebody else in the office, I don't want to be inside this building and talking with them. Because this did kind of get a little bit awkward. Especially with Hopper. Especially with a lot of people especially when we had a lot more people in the building with the musical and stuff. We were still able to get in. Thursday night, Friday night. I might want to be very careful especially moving into next weekend too, and I might want to have to schedule Friday. And I know that this past Friday I wasn't able to actually go in the building because of football, so I might have to probably say that we are probably not coming up here Friday evening or Saturday evenings. And we probably may not come Friday evening. So I think if I want to talk with the custodians, might have to. I think it's gonna have to be like mid afternoon. I don't think I'm coming for a visit though. I'm gonna be coming probably so late in the day. So we can have start the shifts, and then get their sections so we can they can get their sections done. Then uh, I'll have to check the football schedule when I get home. I might want to be sure if we can be able to do a visit without worrying about football tournaments. Especially he was able to keep me in. We were able to stay in the building till 9, but I might want to be very, very careful. If I can't be up here, then I probably might not even be up. I probably should stick around on the property. And if there is a football period, I probably will not stick around on the property once they get back to work. Once they get back to work, and especially with a lot more people on the property than normal, I would probably have to leave. I don't think I can be up here, especially with a lot more people here. If things start getting a little crazy, like people try to start getting into the building, use the bathroom, I probably could be asked, or at least I could have to potentially leave, cut my walk a little bit earlier. I may have to cut my walk short. And hopefully it might be like the last game of the year before the playoffs start. Because next weekend is probably going to be the last weekend for at least this year through until mid-July. So once July comes around, probably could be good for evening walks or doing some evening walks up here through at least December, through to at least. I mean, it might depend on how cold the temperatures are outside too. Especially if the weather in there start getting snowy as we saw that one time I was up here. But you might want to be really very careful in terms of the weather before. I didn't come up here in mid-March, late March, and we had another snowfall. That snowfall wasn't as bad, but if you're looking at snow like how it's heavy, you might want to. I might probably not come out. Like in the future, if we have snow, at least at that time, it's heavy. Yeah, I probably would not go. If that was the case, and unless we have really, really extreme snow at times heavy, they might not. They might not even open schools. I would probably not even go at all, even if the bus were canceled. And they may not even open schools. And they actually did close schools to in-class learning, hearing, close schools. I think early. We're not completely shut down schools, but move them online only, at least for a couple of days, or at least those 2 days. Especially think back to January, think back to 2022, and this is January when this happened. We had that big blizzard here, and we had so much snow. and it was coming down really, really heavily. It got to the point where the board decided we're not going to. I think they were initially saying elementary schools would stay open and secondary schools would move to would be closed for the day and would move to remote learning. Wound up, they wound up completely back. They wound up. I think the weather really took the turn for the worse. They backtracked. They backtracked it and they officially closed all the schools down for the within the Pickering area. Hello, through at least for Monday and Tuesday. They were closed Monday and Tuesday, and we were closed that Monday, January 17th, and we were closed again the 18th of January. So we were actually closed down for at least 2 days. In mid-January of 2022. And we were also in the midst of that Omicron. We were also in the midst of that Omicron wave when that if we were already in a really bad spot in Ontario in January 2022, and then with the restrictions, and once that big snowfall happened, like everything simply broke down. And simply no services were able to operate. But those that were able to go into work were short-staffed, and a lot of us I pretty much spent the afternoon shoveling snow, and most of the day outside shoveling snow, and it took. And then we had our board meeting, and we had the board meeting, and then we were closed. We went back the 19th, and pretty much from the 19th of January onwards, we were in class for pretty much like the rest of the year. Pretty much. Yeah, there were no more major closures. Sorry about that, guys. I had to keep the mic there. Sorry, I had to do that. Okay. Ice cream truck. I have to comply with YouTube's copyright. I think especially once again towards older months, I may switch back. I might have to maybe say this that I probably might have to switch back to doing more home streams during the winter. We might still do live streams out here, but I think it's fair to say that except for the occasional visit here, I think next winter I may need to change the schedule a bit with maybe how long I could be out here. I think it probably might do a lap and then come home. And then just come right home. Meaning, if it was maybe on a weeknight, it'd be okay, but if you're on a weeknight, it'd be okay, but I'm saying that on weekends, except maybe it seems on overtime, time, probably might be not be, I probably won't be up here for quite a long period of time through at least March. through to at least, unless we have temperature less than exactly warm enough, but it would say like -5, -6 degrees colder, we're probably not going to be staying out here. Instead of here time, but if we were at below -10, we can no longer. Well, as somebody else there, I didn't want to disturb you guys. Well, I didn't want to disturb you guys. I couldn't come in, but I didn't want to disturb you because you were busy with somebody, so I think I didn't want to disturb her, and I think I'm gonna respect that. So overall, guys, might cut stream off once I get back home. Actually, next weekend I probably will do a stream next Sunday, and it probably will actually be next Monday when I. And it will actually be next Monday when I might actually have to be next Monday when. Let me see. Telegram. I'm here on the Pine Ridge. I just don't know why. I think somebody is something on. I get very uncomfortable talking about this a lot, but and knowing that in June it's very, very nice to be outside in more mid-June temperatures. Yeah. Well, we were talking with Steve for a while. Yeah, I couldn't go in the building because I wasn't able to do it last Sunday, but on Monday, I think I was able to do it Sunday and Monday, but at least last Sunday and last Monday, but reality, I have not been able to, I wasn't able to get in here Friday because of a football game, so I need to map the schedule. If that's the case, and if I want to talk with the custodians, I'll probably have to do it in the afternoon before things kick off in the evening. I think everybody's going to be coming in one by one. Okay, everybody's coming in one by one. I actually probably coming in earlier. Coming by earlier. Then I think one football tournament. If there is football. So yeah, I can live stream here because there's a football permit, and this is also one of the reasons I can't live stream here, because there are a lot more people. And I think we move into summer, especially we have Sunday. Hopefully, I think that they relocated somewhere else. I think, they've been playing up there because of the football permit, because of the football and the soccer group. The soccer group. If it was the soccer group, I think it'd be fine to be in here. But I'm saying group, but I think started having way too many people in here. They only were on this side of the building, and then I think everybody in the school was on the other side. So we were like in another half of the building. You could be in a good spot. Still busy. I don't think we're going in until the end. Maybe it's the end of the talk. Talked to Jay last night. Well, I talked to Jason last night when I think, well, fortunately, I want to tell you guys what happened last night. Yesterday with the hockey game. Yesterday night, I was picking the Florida Panthers to win the Stanley Cup, and they were actually going to finally win their first Stanley Cup in their franchise history, and the franchise first ever time they've ever won one. The Panthers won, were Stanley Cup champions. But what happened? They went up 8-1. It was a complete blowout, and they lost the game. So hopefully things are fine Tuesday, but if things keep falling apart from here, that's where I think things could be on a worrying. Because we're not really heading in the wrong direction, not yet. But I think we'll monitor it. We'll monitor things. But I think we'll monitor things through this next week. And then we have Friday the 24th. For Friday the 21st, and we have like so we have like the 18th of June, we have the 21st, and then we have the 24th. So we'll have to monitor things. We'll see if they win the Stanley Cup for the first time in their franchise history Tuesday night. Things did not go so well for last night. Last night. And as things did not go so well for Florida last night. We haven't said that Philip closed out the series last night, but it didn't. And I don't know what's going to happen from here. Rather, we actually see the Tennessee the 5th team overcome a 3-0 series deficit in the finals. It's only happened once before in the finals before. The Toronto Maple Leafs, 1942, they came back from a 3-0 series deficit against Detroit and won the Stanley Cup. I think for the Panthers, I don't think that's going to happen, but if it does, it could be a troubling signal. That could be a signal. That could be a bit of a signal that is likely on the verge of a complete collapse. If they win Game 6 or Game 5, it could be a bit where we can start saying that we're heading in the wrong direction. Then I could officially say they're in trouble and they're in jeopardy. Not yet. And these cup predictions in March and April are at risk. Are at risk of being blown. of, of, of going bust. Not involving its way of becoming bust. Okay. And it hasn't been the case because I, well, oh, we'll monitor it, see what happens. We'll monitor the playoff, see what happens. But I think Florida is still going to win the cup, even though they just lost Game 4. Even though it isn't a complete sweep. So it isn't a 4-game sweep. It's only ever happened once in the playoffs, and that was to the Washington Capitals, and there will be no 4-game sweep. And there will be no 4-game sweep. I can officially say that there will be no 4-game sweep in this time around in this playoff run. So there will be I think that there is officially no sweep. Or is it going to be a sweep? So I could now be trending toward Game 5 to Game 6. That's my predicted read. I did go for a 4-game sweep. Panthers would pull off a 4-game sweep at some point. That has since backed off, or at least that isn't happening. So we didn't get a 4-game sweep this year before this time around, unfortunately. But I mean, could say that Game 5 and Game 6 have worked in their favor this year and maybe help them win the cup. If they win the cup Tuesday, say, hey, we'll end the year on a good note. Well, our final current event report is going to be the verification, but I don't know what's going to happen. Could I be writing the words, the Florida Panthers are officially in trouble? It might not be a verification, it might be have just blown a 3-0. Has just blown a 3-0 death series lead to the Edmonton. And this is why I went for the first edition to be the Oilers. At least try to counterfeit them in case things go sideways in the end. But that could be out of bed. No, Canadian team, Edmonton, Canadian team, Edmonton, Canadian team. I could just say that the Panthers can will win the cup Tuesday night. They unfortunately it wasn't look like it was going to be a 4-game sweep or a sweep. They went up 8-1. They went up 8-1. When was the last time that's happened in the cup final? I have to look. It was last year when they played the Vegas Golden Knights. The Vegas Golden Knights. And they almost got themselves swept. I really don't think right now is it their danger of being swept. But we could have to write the words if things go south, and or go south for the Panthers, things really do go south. But the Cup prediction, well, last night's prediction was not something we had hoped for, and or hoped for tonight, or on Saturday night. They went up 8-1. Florida did not do against, they didn't do well at all, and the predictions did not go as planned at all, and we had complete bust. So I'm hedging my bets for game 5 and 6 now. Well, I'm thinking game 5 to game 6 now. And I'm going for game 4 or game 5. So it's looking like that this year is starting to feel like 2007, and 2020. I think the other year was 2021 in the All-American era, which I'm now referring to it as. For the Panthers will maybe mark the continuation of the All-American era. But then we don't know what's going to happen here if this trio deficit is starting to see the lead being starts to narrow a bit more. So the question is, could the deficit be narrowed even further? Could the deficit be narrowed even further? I think all hope of a Stanley Cup prediction is Stanley Cup is dwindling. 3-0. Going down 3-0. That could be a very, very bad signal for Team Hedwig. 2 games we could have to say just officially. I will have to talk about game 6 rather than the verification. There will be no verification at all. But could have to, we would probably merge the verification with game 6. With game 6, because if we don't have a Stanley Cup champion, hopefully we'll have a Stanley Cup champion by the 24th, so we'll have the verification Monday morning, which will probably be on the 24th, and the verification will be my last current event report. Will be the verification on the Stanley Cup playoffs, and where we'll sit. And the next regular season predictions. Anything? Well, they blew after Bowell. After they blew, they went up 8-1. We don't know. Everything. Well, they just went up. It's still 3-1. 3-1. It's still 3-1. So at least now, likely in game 5. Now we're definitely in game 5. Going back to Sunrise Tuesday night. Hopefully, this might give them another chance to win the Stanley Cup. And that's going to have to be Tuesday night. And I'm predicting that they will. That Paul Maurice will finally get himself a Stanley Cup for once in his career in the time in the NHL. For once in his career in his time of coaching in the NHL. Because this team really doesn't. If he can't get it done, well, what else is going to happen? There's definitely no way. And how he easily pulls off. And I think Florida is really on a hot streak right now. I thought Florida could easily I'm not backing off from the idea of a 4-inch war is going to be a 4-inch sweep. But I think I'm sort of maybe starting to think, well, we'll evaluate what happened with the verification that we saw the rest of the playoff, even though we don't currently have as of right now, we do not have a champion standing still here. So I think at this point, even now it's Game 7, I'm still going for Florida. And I think for the prediction, it'll be Florida winning in 7 if things pan out. We'll see if they win this tonight. If things pan out, and we'll have the verification now will be the 24th and not the 17th. And it's not, I'm delaying that has been delayed because of when we've extended, we are putting the plan on pause right now. We will likely be talking about Game 6 rather than verification. And how things have really ended up where have kind of ended up is Game 4. Game 4, then lost Game 5, then lost Game 6. Now we're officially on 7. Yeah. We're just watching it slip from their hands. Just watching the series slip from his hands. Slip from their hands. I think this team could be in really big danger of losing. Or even not even making it past round 1. Nor is it even going to be a 4-inch sweep. So I sort of backed off from saying it's going to be a 4-inch sweep right now. And it's not likely it will be a sweep series. It might not be a sweep series in the end. After all, I think that this is going to be Game 5 in Sunrise. And the news, our predictions were right. And were accurate. They blew a 3-0 deficit. Sit here. How can we avoid this in the first place? By not blowing the lead entirely. Or it wasn't serious at all. And they really weren't serious at all. This team was just, I don't know what's gonna happen. I just say I don't know what's gonna happen here. I mean, if this gets off, meaning if this is going like the way it's going right now, who knows what could happen? Because if it keeps trending like where it's going, well, saying that if we trend, I simply say the way we're going, that's the way. I was thinking to myself, if we were trending, if that momentum from at least gave him at least some chance to win. At least they won at least one game. At least they won at least one game. And it kind of reminds me of this. It almost feels like the Toronto series last year. Remember last year when Florida went up 3-0, Toronto won 1, Toronto ended up winning Game 4, and then Florida ended up winning Game 5. I think we're starting to see it's probably going to be similar. This cup final is going to be similar to 2007 right now. It's looking more like 2007. And it's definitely looking like 2007. by 2007 in terms of these playoff perfect Stanley Cup Finals, because Florida, with the Florida Panthers, is definitely looking more and more like that year we had Anaheim. That year we had Anaheim and Ottawa and Anaheim. It went up 5. It went up 5. And then Anaheim ended up winning their first Stanley Cup in their first franchise history. I think we're looking at a similarity this year to where we are now. Do you think that 2007 is similar to where we are now? Let me draw your attention to 2007. Do you think that 2007 is similar to where we are now? But I think that is similar, but not an exact match. But it is similar right now to 2007. And now it's probably not going to be a 4-game sweep, nor a 4-game sweep. He did have a Game 5 elimination against Montreal, Tampa Bay, in 2021. 2021, but we didn't say 2007 right now. It's closer to where we are now. I think 2007. I think 2007 postseason. I think 2007 is resembling most of 2007 in terms of the deep run in the playoffs. Ottawa had, and then it just fell off. Like their season ended in 5 games in the finals, and lost in the Cup final in 5 games, and they haven't back to the Cup final. And they've been close. They weren't quite close in 2017, but 2007. In 2007, it's looking more and more like it could be like 2007 right now. We're definitely closer to 2007. 1942, 1942, 2007. So it can be like 1942, 2007. 7 right now. I'm thinking Game 5 in Sunrise to win on home ice. They'll win the Stanley Cup on home ice. But we'll have to see if this deficit will continue through. If it comes down to Game 7, they were able to get past Bobrovsky. For some reason, they just went past Bobrovsky. All the goals are just getting right past Bobrovsky. And we're getting past Bobrovsky by the end of the game, the Panthers. And just by the end of the game, it's just simply obvious that there was simply no way. It was simply a just free fall. Just an absolute free fall for the Ducks. It was just free fall for the Panthers last night. Well, talking about the hockey world, last night, the Panthers had a major free fall. They went up 3-0 on Thursday night. Last night, they go winning predictions for win for Saturday night. Fell way off, and it just fell apart. And it's only Game 4. we're still 3-1 at least. We're still in the position that they could win the cup, but at least right now they're still in a position that they could win the Stanley Cup. But it's looking like it's not going to be Game 4 as we thought. So it will be Game 5, but now will be Game 5 in Sunrise. They blow that. It could be very obvious that they could be going up 3-2 in the series. Edmonton. Otherwise, it could be a 3-2 Oilers, and then it could be a 3-2 series. Then we had a 4-3. Yeah, they lose Game 6. Florida loses Game 6. The Oilers win next Friday. Means this Friday, so 5 days. Friday, they blow 3-0 deficit. Like, going back and forth, I think bouncing back and forth between Sunrise and Edmonton. Hopefully, maybe could put Florida in the advantage and hey, we can win up on our home ice. Seriously, this is just. And well, per se, they could have host series. We're looking at potentially. I'm going to maybe talk about 3-0 comebacks here that has happened in this era. We had this happen in the final since 1942. Since 1942. Hasn't happened since 1942. That hasn't happened since 1942. Happened since 1942. I'm afraid. And I really cannot believe that maybe I'm saying that because it hasn't happened since 1942 because the last time that happened was and nobody has ever seen it in the top 5 before. So the last time that happened was in 1942. Because I had a chance to do it last night, I feel like that they're going to regret coming. I feel like the Panthers are going to immediately regret. It could be an immediate regret. Because it hosts series, I think a lot of these instances, these 4 instances, because it hosts series. Because it hosts series and then it just crawls out. I have a feeling that this isn't over right now. For now, we could be a difference. But once again, could be a shit where the series could be blown. Other than the last people that I on what happens Game 5, we all know what's going to happen here. Or this could be it. They're done. At least they're not done right now. The last time that's happened was 1942. The last time that's happened was 1942. Real come back to the top final. That's happened since 1942. Hi, MJ. The last time that happened was in 1942. So you have to go back to maybe World War II. Well, makes me think back to 1942. It hasn't happened since 1942. It definitely has feels like 2007. 2012, 2007, 2012 we had, well, I guess we had it with New Jersey that year. Jersey had a fall as well. We had 2007. 2012 we had probably a similar fall. They went to 6 and then they lost. I'm looking at 1942 here. Even at 1942, it's similar to where we are now in the final. Hasn't happened since World War II. May have to go back to like World War II if you want to see what we saw here in the case of the Second World War. It will be the first time that's happened since the Second World War. Since World War II. It's the last time also last. So it was like roughly many years ago, World War II. So it was World War II. It's probably places in the World War II. Because it would actually be since it's more Second World and the Second World War. World War II. So it'd be World War II. Yeah, it would be second. It would be it was probably the first time that's happened in the cup final since World War II. We hadn't seen anything like this in the cup final in 82 years. World War II, you may have to go back to 1942. We'll have to see if they complete the comeback, but I don't think so, because I think Florida, I don't think they'll whip. I'm hoping that they want to lose. I'm really hoping that they don't pull it, because enable that's it. I think these predictions could be a disaster. We did it last year. It went up to very least Game 5. 5 is already up. But I feel like this year could be a bit more of a competition. If both Florida Panthers be able to crawl out of it, be able to crawl out. Or do you think Edmonton is really going to come from behind here? And yeah, Florida had a chance to host the series. They didn't. They are crawling in Edmonton right now. Unless Edmonton will be predictably right, or will Edmonton come from behind and break these predictions and potentially render these predictions bust? We'll see. It's only mid-June. We'll see. It's only Tuesday. Will they win Tuesday night, or will they go up, or will that lead going on the 3-2 heading into Friday, heading into this upcoming Friday? 3-2 heading into Friday. 2 heading into Friday. And here we are now. Here we are. 6 months into this. Here we are in June. And nothing's happened. And I think I'm saying I'm not going to fail. No Frio deficit will be a race. Deficit will be. It's only ever happened once in the cup final, but I don't know if the Oilers might go up 2-3-2 heading in. But there is a good bet right now, and I think there's this debate now. Will Florida be falling out, or at least out of the chance of a Stanley Cup? I think they could easily say, yeah, we will see NTC from Florida. I think keep going and going last night. Like, yeah, last night they were not doing well at all. Skinner was really strong. And man, you Kings Edmonton, they were just giving it. They gave up a lot of goals. And man, they gave up a lot of goals for the goals, not the Panthers. But I'm hoping for a really good game. And I'm really hoping that these predictions could maybe go right and not have a 3-0 deficit being erased. That is disaster. That could be done if it's no disaster. And it's no disaster. The results would be outright bad. If we hadn't had a 3-0 deficit being erased, we hadn't had this type of deficit be erased in Stanley Cup Finals most recent years, but the last time that's happened was in 2014. It will be quite interesting to see. It will be very interesting to see where we sit next Friday if these Cup players take very, very difficult to follow. And I was feeling, yeah, I'm gonna do a walk around, like, yeah, I'm gonna do a walk around for the outside. And I was feeling I might miss her. And we hadn't had a legit comeback. Well, not right now at least. But we have Monday. We have Monday to go, so I think they're taking like 2 8 gaps. I think they're taking like really big gaps here. I feel like there's a bit of a gap now. They have to win Tuesday night, so it will be a big thing. And hopefully we'll maybe get this all over with. Just get it over with. Maybe we'll be done with playoffs moving into next year. Hopefully just always say get it over with. The series will be over soon. But just get it over with, get it done. We move on with our lives. 3. I don't think this is over. Yeah. Makes me think this might not be over. I don't think Florida is going down without a fight. Florida is going to win the Stanley Cup without a fight. Because if it goes down, well, up the prediction right to the not yeah, up the prediction right downhill very fast. And it happens in 1942. That could be the worst show. You want to find yourself in at least winning the Stanley Cup. After especially making it this far in the playoffs, and especially one more win closer to the Stanley Cup, definitely don't want to show here in the final, and it's not looking good. And this time it isn't looking good, and we're promising that they're going to win the cup right now. That's why at least for game 4, Edmonton really came on strong. For some reason, I was predicting them to be swept out of the playoffs like I initially predicted. And initially a 4-game sweep was going to occur sometime during the playoffs. It never happened. But it never happened. And it would be too late if we wait for that to be true. It would be too late. It would be too late. If we wait for that, it would be too late. Yeah, please. Hi, MJ. How are you doing today? All security?
Okay, what's up?
Well, the football permit was up here yesterday
Okay.
and Friday, and yeah, there were a lot. Yeah, and I'm down to my final. I'm down to almost my final work day. So I did it. I'm on my second last week
Okay.
at work.
Yep.
Yeah, and and then so you're on the evenings again.
Yeah. I think it's Amy and Jeff 3 days, and then the rest of us.
Yep. And it's Jason back in the evenings as well.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Have a good night. See you later. Talking with MJ, talking about things catching up, but I don't know if the Leafs are winning the Stanley Cup. I don't know what's gonna happen. Tuesday, are we actually seeing? Well, we'll have to see. We're gonna have to see what's gonna happen first. First, we gotta get through tonight. I'm saying, man, they could fall out of the play. They could easily, guys, they could easily blow it. As the Florida Panthers could easily. Here's out for you're up at least 3-1. You're still in a good position. Well, you're still in a good position. At least still in a good position. And there is that risk that, given what happened last night, probably a risk we don't want to take. And this was quite a bit risky here because what we saw last year ago was quite a bit of a risk to take the Panthers. It was quite a bit of a risk to take here. And I took the risk. And I took the chance and I tried to chance it. They went to the cup. They did go to the cup final, yes, but I took the risk. I took I took a risk that I pretty much took, and I took the risk, and the Leafs are officially winning. And while on the whole, we'll have a Stanley Cup award in here in Canada, and we'll have a Stanley Cup award in here. I think. And this is a risk. So this is a risk. So it was quite a bit risky with taking it after just seeing the series blown to the Vegas Golden Knights last year. You might want to be very, very careful to watch see where this ends up. I think last year I went for Vegas, and they won the cup, but we're already seeing early indicators pointing that the Oilers uh, was was something we had definitely saw last night. They went up 8, and they lost, and they won again. They won it. They're like 2 in a row now. So that now makes it 2 games with for a lose to lose. So that's now 2 games. They lost. They lost. They lost game 4 and game 5. Game 6 for the work in their favor. That would be a very big question. Here is, and game 5 and game 6 have sort of worked. And no game, no 4 game sweep and or game 7. That game 5 and 6, I'm kind of predicting to be in one of these 2 games here to win the Stanley Cup. I think I picked game 5 for a Stanley Cup win. They said in the news last night that the Edmonton Oilers had successfully so it was a complete disappointment. No effort from the Panthers at all. I felt like it was a deeply hurting fact that are these Oilers scoring? What if I'm right? What if you're right? Well, what if maybe you guys could actually be right? The Oilers are on the verge of moving, are on the verge of maybe seeing it slipping away, are now on the verge of seeing it slip away, of seeing that top position being slipping away, slipping from our hands. But recognizing all the playoff success that we've had this year from the Panthers to last year, they had a very good regular season. They won the division season. They won the Atlantic season. They won the Atlantic division. They won the Atlantic division. They won the North. They won the Atlantic division. They won the. They cut the Atlantic. They won the Atlantic. And sadly, it's clicking on the verge. Last night was maybe going shows to me just how serious this prediction would be if they blow it in the top final. If they blow it.
He's facing towards me. I had his right hand on this arm, and his left hand is here. Okay? And so his left hand is here. Like, let's say this is like right across here. Left hand is here. He's saying to break out of this, right? So I have the hand here, and this hand, the other hand on my laser back. My right hand, right? So he's saying that he's like, okay, why?
Well, my March and April playoff predictions went for the Florida Panthers to win the Stanley Cup. But yeah, Oh god, they're down. They're up 3-2. Maybe next. 3-3. God. See a 3-0 comeback here. Not on the team that we've hoped for. I just saw a 3-0 deficit being raised. And they did. They actually lost. They, no. McDavid, you know, it's gone. It's really gone. How predicting that's what we had. It's really gone. Yeah. Could be slipping from our hands here. It's like, are we up against now? Are now kind of on the verge of maybe crashing. Anyway, all that work that they've done to get here, the job is not done just yet. But not block. Chris not block. But no block. And it's like the final moments here. Will the Poppers win the cup? Woo! It's hey, hey, hey. That's remarkable. She, after being down 3-0 very early on, and our cup predictions were even had people thinking that things are starting to shift, and now that we have more data coming in, that's it being replaced. But things are starting to shift, and now, things will be starting to shift now that we have more data coming in. Things are starting to shift. Things are starting to shift now that we have more. We're still going to have them winning the cup, but it's less likely. Here, I'm just saying it's shifting a little bit. Just kidding, guys. I'm just saying, guys. Still at game 5 and 6 and 7. We still have 3 more games. Are they on the verge of completely erasing? I've seen it 3-0 become high series. And last year ended up being like, guys, we haven't had anything like this in many, many, many years before. This hasn't happened in many, many years. This hasn't happened in many, many years. Years 3-0 comeback being a 3-0 deficit being erased. This hasn't happened in many, many years. In years, this could actually be the worst game in the whole playoffs all year. Like, man, how did we get here? Like, man, how did we get here? Like, that's the question. How did we get here? It's like, how did, like, uh, like, Florida, Edmonton, this could be still a disaster. I don't think everybody's thinking, well, maybe not. Maybe Florida's actually going to win the series for once. Maybe Florida might finally win the Stanley Cup. What the Americans went with. They hit everything they hit. They won the Atlantic Division. They won the President's Trophy. They won the Atlantic. They had a really good season. They loaded up at the deadline. They won the Atlantic. They loaded up at the deadline. They loaded up at the deadline. They won the Atlantic and made a run for the top final division. They won the Atlantic and then they made a run for the top final. And they made a run for the top final. And now we're in the Stanley now. They're in the Stanley Cup final. They're up 3-1 against Edmonton. And could actually win the Stanley Cup. And everything they did, they won the Atlantic. So everything they did, they won the Atlantic. They did, they won the Atlantic. They did, they won the Atlantic Division. They won the Atlantic Division. They even took the Atlantic Division. They won the Atlantic. They defeated they won against Tampa, Boston, and New York to get them to the cup final. They went up 3-0. I would be kind of really, really bad if this slips away. If this slips away here for the Panthers. For the Panthers here. For the Florida Panthers. It would be kind of really bad if this slips away. I don't know what I would do if this slips away. If this prediction slips away. If these Stanley Cup predictions slip away. If it slips away from the Panthers predictions slips away. Post slips away. Completely slips away here. Well, we'll see where we sit next week. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Has not slipped away. The series hasn't slipped away unless it totally just slips away. Unless it slips away and at least. You guys don't know how many months it took me months to make these predictions. And this took me 3 months to make these predictions. And I don't feel bothered of it. It would be kind of really bad if this slips away. Next Monday, it just completely slips away. And the predictions slip away. And the Panthers just slip away. But I will probably say Florida will win the Stanley Cup Friday on a Tuesday night. That's probably gonna have to be Tuesday night. And that's probably gonna have to be Tuesday night. Otherwise this series could be otherwise if they win game 6, we have seen teams come back from a 3-0 deficit, but they've never had this happen. Or at least it has happened once before in the Stanley Cup final, and that was in 1942. But what a night did we have. So what a night did we have, because last night was definitely a complete, just completely fell apart from across here. Edmonton went up 4-1. They went up 5. They went up 6. They went up 7. They went up 8. 8 goals. This officially became the worst game for the Panthers. All of this playoff run. Especially the series against the Panthers, especially the series against the Oilers, especially the series against New York, and then they couldn't do it. They didn't make it. They didn't make it. They didn't make it in time. They didn't make it. They didn't make it. I don't know what's gonna happen Tuesday night. Will the Florida Panthers win? Or do you think the series lead could be going 3-2? Could be going 6? Or rather, are we going to game 6? And rather, are we going to have a game 6 Tuesday night? And are we going to have a game 6 Friday night? I should say Friday night. Then you're gonna have to decide, will the Florida Panthers win the Stanley Cup? Or will this series go to game 6? If the Oilers win again. 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 And this has been, it's taken months to just have this have to make the finals, only to slip away. You got 3 games that actually get close to the Stanley Cup, only to slip away. Only to see it slip away from it will be a big hit. There would definitely be a big hit on the team. That would be a very big hit for Paul Maurice. And he's an all-time coach. He tried with several teams all of them did not work. It simply has not worked. So I'm hoping at least maybe this year, especially given how good he put Panthers is it cannot be happening again. Especially after all these predictions I made. Especially after all the predictions I've made. Especially after making all the predictions. Especially after all the predictions I have made. Going back to March and April, we had the UK Met. The UK Met. Going back to March and April, right after the deadline, especially after the trade deadline on June the 16th. Especially after the trade deadline on June the 16th. Trade deadline on March 8th. Especially after the trade deadline, this cannot be blown. It's simply, I made a lot of these a couple months. It took me weeks to make these predictions. I just don't know if they can come back or if they'll win. And I just don't even know if they might win or not. Now, there probably is no guarantee if you're going to win the cup this year or not. I don't know. These weren't good enough, I think. I don't know. Yeah, and it's really they're gonna regret. And they're gonna regret. And I don't know. They're not good enough, so maybe they're not. They went up 2-0. They just lost 2 of their games. And they already lost 2 of their games. And they lost like 2 of their games. And the Leafs took the lead. And the Leafs take the lead. And they gave up like 2 games. and they gave up 2 games. And they gave up 1 game. They didn't win game 4. But they'll win tomorrow, but I guarantee they'll win tomorrow. Or I guarantee they'll win Tuesday. It will have to be tomorrow. I think they're gonna win tonight. Guarantee. You think they're actually gonna win tonight? I guarantee they will. On Tuesday night. I think they will win Tuesday night. I think they will win Tuesday night. That's a very big thing. We'll have our verification be the 24th. And we'll go back to what we saw during the playoffs and then see if we actually did right and what was right and what was wrong in the end. But we ended up 3 games to none. And it completely was erased. They officially erased the series. And collapsed in the end. No, that prediction collapsed in the end. And everything just went to the Edmonton Oilers instead. The Canadian team has not won the Stanley Cup since 1993. And I don't think they're coming back from a 3-0 from 3-0 down. Teams don't normally come back from 3-0 down. And now only 4 teams have done it. The 1942 Leafs, the 1975 Islanders, the 2010 Flyers, and 24 teams. LA Kings against the San Jose Sharks. But it has been quite a long time since the 3-0 deficit has been erased. Okay. Yeah. Why, it isn't completely a goner just yet. The Edmonton Oilers, we still have Game 6. Oh. Alright, Timmy, Canada, hello? Sadly, that right there is the end of the season for the Panthers. Now I'm on my way home. So, Steve did come back on modified, and it's still on modified for pretty much almost the entire playoffs with Stanley Cup. And on the whole, but 15 games later, like 15 wins later, and here we are. Orioles on the verge of about to win their first Stanley Cup. And last night, they lost to the Edmonton Oilers, hoping maybe things will turn around Tuesday night or for and we'll see. We still have Tuesday night before we can really start to determine if the projections are heading in the wrong direction and what we should do about it. Well, we're in a good position. They're going to Game 5. Now we're at Game 7. Now we're at Game 6. So we could be talking about a potential 3-0 comeback as far as beginning to see a sign of a 3-0 series deficit being erased here Monday night. Maybe as early as Monday night. Maybe as early as not tonight, tomorrow night, but June 24th night. So it'll be right before the off season begins. And I realized that we might have a cup winner by being there's no big tie series. And it's now officially been blown a 3-0 series deficit to the Florida Panthers. Things can only get worse if they are not corrected quickly. If not corrected quickly, could be a worst case scenario. It's an absolute worst case scenario. Saying worst case scenario for the Florida Panthers. Worst case scenario for the Florida Panthers. After making hello, they're taking to 24th. But as of right now, we don't have a cup position just yet. As of right now, we don't. So as of right now, we haven't. As of right now, we haven't. Officially, no Stanley Cup has been decided. No Stanley Cup has not won. But just setting up a really, really big thing. If this essentially for Panthers fans could be on their heels Yeah, imagine come the 24th and they see it going 7 after they see Patrick for a Panthers fans to be on their heels saying enough is enough. Mhm. Serious right now. Losing three cup finals and losing three cup finals, each of those cup finals. Losing one. But everybody's thinking they tried everything they can. They didn't make it. They didn't make it out. They didn't crawl out in time. It could have done something. They, it was a blown prediction. It was a complete bust. I don't think everybody's thinking we do it for quick hits and stuff. And that simply did not happen. They forced if it winds up going 7, then yeah, who knows what's gonna happen. And everything's simply gonna be and all our predictions could be for nothing. But as it stands right now, it could be for nothing. Here. The Panthers might even lose here at this point. Series might and they might not win the cup here, at least at this moment. I think as of right now, eh, it kind of close out the series here to the right. Everybody's thinking, well, are we going to look at maybe it'll have to be game 6. It will happen Friday night to start the week off on a positive note. But if we're 3-0 next Monday, that we did get everything right. Everything lined up. And I'm healthy and everything's gonna line up. And we want to start. Will everything line up for the Panthers? And are we going to see Stanley Cup being awarded like we saw in Tampa Bay 4 years ago? 4 years ago. And will we see everything like line up? Yeah. Are we going to start seeing everything be everything worked out? Everything was right? Well, that is the verification is officially going to be it has been deferred to next week. We'll have to wait until next week. Until next Monday. Until next Monday. Well, the verification we can say has lined up. And we have them in the cup final. So we were close to getting cup. But yes. We have them winning a cup. But yes, but yeah, we were predicting the Panthers to win the cup. That's what initially happened. This is, and something tells me it means, and something tells me that he's probably done. He has series. Uh, they were. They did have a good run in the final initial plot. This has quickly slipping my predictions out of my hands. Right. Now, they lost game 6. They lost game 4. We're getting close. It looks like this series is quite close. Actually doesn't look like him winning up may not be easy here. It's still up 3-1, but I'm saying this, that if we start to see sign signals here that things could be going downhill for the Panthers, I'm thinking things are starting to set themselves up now in September. I think tough week in Toronto, tough week for Panthers, and the Pistons have completely failed at all. This might be a power charge. At least get this onto the battery charge, at least a fast one. At least try to charge it up faster. And then we'll have the charger do it the rest of the way. Then we'll have another charger that will do it the rest of the way. At least the rest of the way. So 100%. You know, we're up to 2 hours into the stream. Uh, uh, yeah. Yeah. Uh, uh, yeah. I say we play on a fast charger. As soon as I get home, I'm gonna put my battery on a fast charger if the battery charged up like 100%. Put the battery on 100%. That's the policy. What? I'm actually put the battery right on a fast charger and get it up to 100%. Only somewhere, this thing has a fast charge. If this thing has a fast charger, then we can at least get this to 60%, and then charge it the rest of the way overnight. Get this back to 100%. And right now we're running down to like 33% battery and doing these streams. But yeah, oh yes. Well, hopefully it's not being very well placed. It's not it's probably not going to be well placed. Yeah, we recognize the conditions overall have been disappointing. We recognize things have not been. We can put you onto a fast. I'll put you onto a fast charger. Get the battery up somewhere into like the low 50s, into like the low 50s. And get this into like the low 50s, get this up to like at least level for like at least that can't be reached. Okay. Things are going at home. Very old and that is going to go sour. Sour. You outright sour. So I yes, her whole argument like everybody her emotion. That's what caused all the emotion last week. Kind of very started emotion and there's emotion. So, I think I would like cream off the So, alright guys, for the end of our now, I'll have a wonderful day. Alright, bye bye everybody.